Before we start Android app development, we have to check whether we have Java Development Kit and Android Studio. Java Development Kit is needed for Java language and Android Studio is an IDE which stands for Integrated Development Environment, using which we are able to develop an Android app. It allows us to run our app on emulator as well as on Android device. Also, we can generate an APK and debug as well as test our app. So let's see the guidelines about how to download and install both Java Development Kit and Android Studio. Since I'm going to use Android Studio 2.2, the JDK which is needed for 2.2 is JDK 8, that is Java Development Kit version 8. I have two separate guidelines, one for Windows operating system and other for the OS X for Mac. Let's see the guidelines for Windows. Before we start downloading the Java Development Kit, it is necessary to see whether we already have it installed. To check whether we already have the JDK version 8 or newer installed, what we have to do is open the terminal window and type Java space hyphen version. After that, press the enter key. After pressing the enter key, if it is showing you the Java version 1.8, it means that we have the JDK version 8 and we can go ahead to install Android Studio. If we don't have the JDK installed, or maybe if we have a lower version, then you have to click here. This is the link to go to the download page, and once you visit that page, please check your computer for 32-bit or 64-bit operating system and select any one of the option, the appropriate one. After that, accept all the license agreement and start downloading JDK. Once the download is complete, double click on it to install. Once the installation is complete, go back to step 1 and make sure you have JDK 8 or higher version installed. Guidelines for Mac. First, check if you have Java Development Kit version 8 or newer already installed. To check the same, open your terminal window and type Java space hyphen version and press the enter key. If it is showing you 1.8, Java version 1.8, that means we have JDK 8 and we can go ahead to install Android Studio. If you don't have JDK installed or have a lower version, then click here to go to the download page. Select the JDK for your operating system, that is Mac OS X. You will see this screen. Select the appropriate option, here in this case Mac OS X. Accept the license agreement and start downloading JDK. Once the download is complete, double click on it to install. Once the installation is complete, go back to step 1 and make sure you have JDK 8 or higher version installed. In this lecture, I have also included the resources, that is 2 PDF files which has installation guide for JDK as well as Android Studio. Please refer the resources. Once our installation of JDK is over, we have to proceed for Android Studio download and install. This is a guide for installation of Android Studio on Mac. Click here to go to Android developers site, and this page will automatically detect your operating system. Once you visit that page, you will see this screenshot. Here you can click on the download Android Studio. See, here it is showing for Mac. Start downloading the file. Accept all the terms and conditions to start the download. Double click the downloaded file and follow all the prompts. Drag the Android Studio icon into your applications folder and the setup wizard will set up Android Studio for you. Once the setup wizard is active, you will get this screen. Click on next. Choose the standard setup and accept all the licenses. When you are finished, you will see the following window. This is our Android Studio window, and we can always start a new project using Android Studio. Let us see the Android Studio installation guide for Windows. Click here to go to Android developers site, and this page will automatically detect your operating system. So this is the screenshot for Windows operating system. Click on this link to download the Android Studio. Accept all terms and conditions to start the download. Double click the downloaded file and follow all the prompts. Open the downloaded file and follow the Android Studio setup wizard. Accept all the default configurations for all the steps. Once you reach this screen, make sure all the components are selected. Here, these are the components. You have to select all these components and click Next. After finishing the install, the setup wizard will download and install some additional components. This might take some time depending on your internet connection. When you are finished, you will see the following window, which is Android Studio window, and we are ready to start a new Android